Hello everyone, welcome back to Symphony of the Night. Thank you very much for joining me. We find ourselves in the area along the top of the world map with the large tall towers. Now, in the previous episode, during that episode we made our way to some hitherto inaccessible areas of the Long Library. There we defeated a lesser demon, and just beyond him there was one of those gratings that can only be accessed using the form of mist, an upgrade which we do not have yet. However, what occurred to me right after the completion of that episode was that there is also, in the very centre of the map, the giant clock room, where, if you remember, we met Maria, and at the top left and top right of that room are these like sliding statues. Sliding statues, they sort of block off these two passageways which we couldn't get to before due to the fact that they were too high to jump to. Now we have the leap stone, we can jump up one of them, or both of them in fact, as long as we meet the criteria to move the statues, and there will be somewhere else that we can access, a new area which I'm actually going to go to the outer wall, thinking about it. That will be marginally quicker. A new area, anyway, which we can use to get ourselves the Form of Mist relic. Then I remembered actually where we can use that item. If we go back to where the lesser demon was and go through that gate that was required the Form of Mist to get through, that is where we will obtain the Soul of Bat relic, which will basically unlock just about the rest of the world map from that point. So we're very near the point where we can make very, very good rapid progress here. And the reason why I'm going back this way, if we get to the clock room from the right, then I should, if I've remembered this correctly, be able to find somewhere along the way the stopwatch sub-item. Now, oh goodness, haha, I'm a gargoyle. Hey. Now, as you well know, I don't like that stopwatch item at all, nor do I like being turned to stone constantly by this giant plant thing, but I really don't like that stopwatch item. But basically, one of the statues in the clock room can be accessed using that item, so seeing as how we're going there anyway, I figured we could just do it all at once, and that way I won't have to worry about getting that stopwatch item hopefully ever again during this playthrough. $250 as well makes it well worth coming this way. Can two-shot those guys now. What were they called? Diplocephalus. That's quite a cool name, because Diplo is like dinosaur. I'm not talking about the musician Diplo. Diplo is like dinosaur, cephalopod meaning what, vegetable life form or something? I can't remember exactly. I'm not a paleontologist, nor am I a zoologist. Not my strong suit. I'm good with history and languages, not good with science things. So if we go up and to the left and then carry on in a linear fashion, we should be able to reach the clock room, and I believe that not far to the along this route somewhere we can find the stopwatch item. Still getting hit by these slingers. Okay, we got the stopwatch. Now we just need to go to... not much further. Down and to the left, and then to the left. Maxed out on hearts as well, so I can give myself a break from these statues. I guess actually I should be taking the money, so... Take the money and run. That's Alucard's motto. Okay, here's the clock room. Oh no, it's not. This is the hallway which leads to the clock room. Technically, this is the clock room. Pretty cool grandfather clocks. Probably. Okay, right. So the left-hand one is open. Every other minute, the left-hand statue opens. So I guess I'm going to use the stopwatch item to access this side, because that way we won't... we can do it again, you know. So we got the Alucard shield and a heart max up. The Alucard shield, I remember being a very good item. Let me see. Resembles family shield. No, it's actually a piece of crap. The Alucard shield, which is the one that you start the game. Alucard mail, Alucard sword. I think these items aren't very good, if I recall. That's absolutely crap. What about the mail? Yeah, again, it's crap. So this is like a sort of a fake troll version of the Alucard set, which is what you start the game with and what the Grim Reaper takes away from you. You can get the actual genuine articles later in the game, but they require quite a bit of a treasure hunt to get them. I may well get them just for the sake of completionism, because they are pretty badass. The Alucard shield in particular is very good. So the left-hand statue is closed. The reason why I'm waiting around is that it opens every other minute. So the clock... well, it's not actually showing the real time here, but... unless it's showing the time on my... No, it's not. 15:53? No, that's nowhere near. But it does. The clock does move in real time. And so, basically, when a minute passes... There we go, you see? It's opened up. It will be open for a minute, and then will be closed for a minute. A life max up, my favourite item, bringing us up to 175. This takes us through... I believe this is the Colosseum. No, this is Olrox's quarters. Oh yes, I remember this area. A pretty good area, this. I remember it being quite difficult as well, but... we'll see, won't we? Illusory wall? Nope. Always good to check. If there's one thing you've learned from Souls, check every wall that looks like it could be a secret passage. Poltergeist. Oh, Christ. This is bad. This thing is like the puppet sword thing, except that it throws the items at you. Okay, well, it's slowed by the stopwatch item, but... goodness. Okay, let's try this side. If we can find a save room... Obviously, I've now just respawned that enemy, but never mind. It's just... Take these things out as quickly as we can. Doesn't matter about taking damage, it doesn't seem to deal very much damage. Illusory wall, yes. You see? Always worth checking. What's this? Cheese. Onyx. Broadsword. Always check the weapon. Simple mercenary's sword. It's the same as what I have, so actually the joint best weapon yet so far. If I hadn't have got that holy rod, then that would have been a very good find. As it stands, it's merely okay. So, I'm going to ignore that guy for now. Search every exit of this room for a save. This may be a warp room, I guess. No, this is the Colosseum. Okay, so this is where we need to be going to get the Form of Mist item. So this is basically where my mission is taking me. You can see there, that is the item that we need. So we need to get around to the other side of that grating, and then we can pass through it with mist and go straight back to Olrox's quarters. I do really need to find a save room, though. Those Blade Masters are very speedrun friendly because when you run near them, they are basically designed to just jump over you. Stopwatch item actually having some use, I suppose. Could really do with a save room. I feel like, is this going to be the boss? Yeah, that's going to be the way to the boss. So, we will try going in some other directions. I switched to... What's this? Ah. The ring. Oh, so that opened up the way through to here. Okay, well that's quite useful, but it's still nowhere near a save room. So, we'll have to head back. I do still have a couple of potions. Oh god. This looks like a... That looks like a very rough room indeed. Now let me see. Let's eat some cheese. 18. Not great. I will use... I've got 2 high potions. 2 normal potions. I'll use a normal one. Pretty good. So... switch back to the Night Shield. And oh dearie me, Owl Knights. There's one of those, I remember this enemy because there's one right near, at the exact point where you start the game when Alucard enters the castle if you go back there. Hey, I got an iron ball. Die, die, die. Hello, what are you? A gravekeeper. Not anymore, you're not. Green tea. I'm assuming that's a consumable. Well, bear in mind that I have it. Try going up this way. Axe Knights don't really cause much of a problem anymore. Oh god, I forgot about these cavalry ones. Valhalla Knight. Rough stuff. Oh dear, 25. Please give me a save room. Hunting girl, not much of a problem. I can actually hit the sword. It wouldn't be much of a problem. Loads of HP. Like, holy crap. It's like you have to hit the hilt of the sword. Could really do with a save room, you know. Haha. Haha. Actually, my favourite. My old favourite. This room appears to give you... a heart max up and a ton of items to pick from. I will take the crystal, because I like it. And check in here. Hey! Alright. Now I'm going to make my way back to where I think the boss of this area is. And I remember this boss being fairly challenging, so... we'll see. But to be quite honest, my memories of this game so far have been wholly... not wholly, but largely inaccurate, so I may be wrong. Huh. That was strange. Five. 7. Ooh, Werebane. I think that's a rare drop. Effective against werebeasts. Well, it's slightly weaker than the Holy Rod, but nonetheless. Blood Cloak. Blood Clart. Our first upgrade to the original Cloth Cape, and it's much better. Converts damage to hearts. Sweet. And it's a nice bright red colour. It looks pretty badass. We now look like a pretty awesome vampire dude. Check we can't hit the ground there. It looks like we should be able to, but no. Okay, I'll pop back and save it then, because I got the blood cloak. Ow. Okay. Where was the save room? Straight here? No, up. It's amazing that only the cloaks change Alucard's appearance, and only then it's just a shader which makes it a different colour. But, well, actually it's probably just an alternative sprite. Maybe it's a shader. I don't know. But nonetheless, the change looks dramatic when you're so used to his appearance. So I think we go up and then left and then down, by the looks of things. Actually, I remember falling down a lift shaft or something. We did go over a lift on our way to this place, but I'll go back and try it first. Blade Soldier. So that's where we need... Yeah, we need to be on the other side of that room. And we can go over the top. Bloody Blade Masters. My god. Give that to you, mate. That was some good play. Blade Soldiers, on the other hand, can get out of my sight. Right, so along here feels like it should be where we need to go. Ooh, a library card. Yes, here we go.
Who are you? Servants, come forth from the gates of hell!
Your blood. The scent of your blood.
You're a Belmont! Attack! Rid my castle of this pest!
So I could actually switch to the Werebane sword that I just got for the sake of taking out this werewolf. Oh god. Oh god! That's rough. Okay, well the werewolf is down at least. I guess I'll use a potion. Oh dear. I guess I'll use a high potion. That's some terrible play. How much is that going to give me? 150. Pretty sweet. Okay, it's sorted.
A Belmont for certain. So he says he's the lord of this castle.
So we found out what happened to Richter anyway. He has turned to... Ah! Oh, damn it. Hey, the lift works. Okay, finally. Form of Mist. Now we can press L1 and R1 together and momentarily transform into mist like so. That can bring us straight back to Olrox's quarters, but I guess I'll save it here. And then there are a couple of places where we can use the mist item. But yeah, so we've now solved the mystery of where Richter has been all the time that he's been missing. He is now working for Dracula. The first time that Belmont has turned evil in the series to this point. So, yeah, very interesting stuff. And it's up to good old Alucard, who's a far more kick-ass character than Richter anyway. I do like Richter, he's probably my favourite Belmont. Richter or Trevor, I think, are probably my favourites. I guess while we're seeing as how we're here, we may as well explore a little bit more of Olrox's quarters. Although we can go and get the form of bat now. So yeah, I guess we'll carry on here, see what we can find. Illusory wall? Nope. I still have a sore throat, by the way. I apologise about my voice. It's really starting to piss me off now, this whole sore throat thing. Good thing is, oh god. The good thing is though, is that when I have a sore throat, I can allow myself hot toddies, which is one of the greatest things about being ill. I hate these blade guys. You see, they throw a sword when they die as well. Yeah, so I allow myself hot toddy when I'm really sick, which is something pretty great. You want to know the recipe for my ultimate hot toddy? You take a double Scotch whiskey peated, something like Lafroig or Lagavulin. You put it in a mug. You add a shot of lemon juice, a tablespoon of honey, and a cinnamon stick, and you top it up with boiling water. And holy god, it is nice. And it sorts you out if you've got a cold. Okay, so we've uncovered a new warp room, so we can warp back to... Okay, first of all, there is one mist gate at the bottom of the outer wall, so we'll go back here and sort that out first. Nice and misty here on the outer wall. We'll go right the way down. And where was it? I think it was in the lower section. Yes, it was. Here we go. And we have Miraculous Jewel Knuckles. Miraculous is not as good. Polished to resist stoning. That may help against projectiles. The Jewel Knuckles is apparently a... Yes, it's like just a super version of Alucard's punch, so it has a very, like a very crappy, range, but still quite powerful, just as powerful as the Holy Rod that we are using. We'll stick with that, though. Nonetheless, that's pretty good overall. Anyway... We need to be going back to the long library, don't we? And we picked up a library card, so we might as well use that to get there. Okay. And we know that it was... Let's see. Yes, it was up through the save room and then down. Past all those flea armors, which were super annoying. See if I can do a little better against them this time, but no guarantees, guys. Damn corpse, we got $250 though. Save here. Nope, still not not doing at all well against the fleas. It actually kind of looks like Flea as well, from Red Hot Chili Peppers, in a weird way. He kind of looks like quite goblin-like, doesn't he? Nevertheless, these guys aren't too much of a problem now that they don't do quite as much damage. They still do a fair bit though, so it would help if I was actually able to deal with them anyway. But I'm not. Okay, along here. So this is where we fought the lesser demon. This area. And here is the jumping mist. And the Soul of Bat. Finally, now we can press not L1, but R1 and change into a bat. And we can basically fly around for as long as we have MP to use. See, our blue MP bar is slowly expended as we are in bat form. But this basically means we can fly up to all the unreachable places that we haven't been able to get to before. And I recall that at the entrance to the clock tower, I believe it was there was an upgrade for the bat item, which lets us do like a sonic boom sort of thing, like a sonar attack as in bat form. So if we're flying around and we get attacked, we have a way of not getting attacked and switching back to Alucard and then falling down, which is something that can happen. The struggle is real, guys. So I'll get that and then I'll probably end the episode. In the next episode we will finish up all of the exploration things. There are still 2 super important items that we need to get in order to get the advance to the next stage of the game and get the good ending. But that requires a bit more work. And also, of course, there is the large area that I mentioned where we access through the underground caverns from the wooden bridge. So that's all stuff that we have to do before we can move on. Somewhere up at the top left of this area that we've not been to yet. Ah, wrong button. There we go. Up here. What's this? Ooh. Anti-venom. Potion. Fairy card. The fairy card is a new relic which summons the fairy familiar. That is a fairy which floats around Alucard and can heal him and stuff, and like talks to him. It's a pretty weird item, but it's cool to have it nonetheless. Relics are, of course, the most significant upgrades in the game, so it's good to have them. I think that's the long library finished now, so we can go down and out. No, that's the wrong way. I thought that might make me move quicker, but it doesn't because I was going upstairs. And here we go. Right, this way. I'm taking out all these spell books just because they tend to drop pretty good items. You can get like $1,000 money bags from them as rare drops and stuff. So it's always worth taking them out because it's not like they're difficult to deal with. And we can one-shot those now and get a load of uncurses, it seems. Those ectoplasm balls. No longer as annoying as they once were. So if we go back to the outer wall, then we can warp to... Oh no, we can just go straight to the clock tower. And I think that's where it was, what I was thinking of. And if it's not, then I know where it will be. We can also get those 3 items that were suspended on a high platform in the clock tower area. As we made our way across... the initial part of the clock tower with the skull lords, where the platforms fall down as you walk on them, where we needed the leap stone to get through. That was the area, yeah. Medusa heads, still super annoying. Definitely one of the most annoying video game enemies of all time. I think it's generally widely agreed. Okay, so if we have a look at the map here, we can see that a large part of the upper area of this large space has not been explored. So if we fly up, then we can see what's going on. And there is an entrance here. And here we see the Fire of Bat. Shoot fireballs as Bat. Now that expends quite a bit. How do we do it again? Yes, with square. So you see it expends a chunk of MP to use it, but again it's still a very good defense mechanism to have when you're flying as the Bat, because if you take damage from an enemy, then you will find that you turn back into Alucard and then fall down, and that can be very disastrous. So somewhere around here are those suspended items. Oh dear, oh dear. Here they are. Okay. So we've got a shaman shield. Shield used in magic ritual. Better than the knight shield, finally. Finally an upgrade for that one. Becca tower. Plain, easy to use war sword, actually better than the holy rod. And ice mail. Strong versus ice-based attacks, actually better than the silver plate. So yeah, upgrades to every single item, which is terrific. While I'm here, just for my OCD, I will uncover the remaining pieces of the map of this area. There we go. And there we go, and there's one more. Out of my way. Okay, you asked for it. That's it. We're sorted. We can go back along the bottom. Axe, no. The axe sub-weapon is quite useful, but it's more like... the problem with it is that it uses, I think, either 4 or 5 hearts for each one you throw. So, I mean, we're at max hearts, which is 120 at this point, but still, it can be useful for like brute forcing things, like dealing a lot of damage to a tricky boss very quickly from an advantageous position. But in general practical terms, it's not as good as the crystal, so I'll stick with that. Okay, I'll go back up here and save and end the episode there. Right, we're done. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, do drop me a like. Let me know what you think, all that stuff, and I'll see you in the next one for more Symphony of the Night. Take care, guys.